Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we are looking at Mafex X-Men's Storm comic version action figure. This is 6 inches. This is figure 177 for Mafex. If you have been collecting for a long time, generally I've only ever bought the X-Men, and even then I do not keep them. To me, these are premium figures. I do love them, and I'll be honest with you, if I could afford it, I would keep these. I would, as a sort of a main display. That's how I would look at them. But ultimately, I'll keep collecting Marvel Legends because they're cheaper and perhaps within my price range. So after this, I will sell this figure up there. So this is what it comes with. So she comes with gloved hands, fist hands, some thundery hands, and then 3 faces, which looks very, very cool. And I can't remember if I showed you this side, so I'm doing it like that. So if you have your boxes on the shelf like that, that looks amazing. So let's get Storm out and have a closer look. Firstly, this thing is beautiful. And like I said, when I talk about Mafex being premium figures, they are premium figures because they look so damn gorgeous. Now, the only figure that I've ever got from Mafex that I've probably questioned is Cyclops' big nappy, but the rest of them, they just seem to have come a long way in terms of perfecting their craft. But just look at that sculpt. That sculpt is absolutely gorgeous. Let me get some light in there. Gorgeous. You got the lightning earrings as well. There's a sort of bluey in the white hair, which, you know, just makes it look even more radiant. She has the X on there, communications, and then she's got gold just going all the way through. And similar to, and I'll give Marvel Legends kudos, they did give a cloth cape for that figure. So I feel like they did a tremendous job in itself for that. I'm not going to try and compare cloths, but that just looks very, very nice. So, articulation's got me a bit baffled. I'll get onto the baffled bit in a minute. So the head can move quite nicely, actually, almost all the way around, but I would be careful of the hair clipping anything. Now, this bit can move up, so you can lift this bit up, and you can move that around like that, but just be careful of it. Just once again, you got these pieces. My worry would be that if you spent this much money on this figure, be careful. Don't rush on anything, can ruin anything just for the sake of it. There is a double hinge there on the elbow. There is a spin on the hand, but once again, just be careful of the cloth. A little bit of movement up and down. There is movement on the torso there, like so. And then there's movement on the waist very, very nicely. And then there is the little hip joint there, which I never like, and a bit of ball joint there to move this. Now, what threw me off, I think, I don't know, it's this line here, which I think is meant to define the difference from clothes to boots. But I just thought that was a swivel, so I was trying to move it, but clearly it's not meant to be moved. And then I thought, I best be careful because I could end up sort of damaging this. Maybe I'm going mad. Maybe I need to, I mean, it just looks like it, but it's clear, just a defined line. So she's got a double on the leg, a lefty, a righty, a little up and a little down, and she's got a little toe poke piece there as well. And that does look very, very cool. So the articulation, I'm a bit surprised about the thigh swivel. I can't remember what Psylocke had, what any of the others had. I'd have to go and have a look, etc. So before I move on and showing everything about Mafex, let's just bring in those all important other 2 figures to compare. In other words, compare against Marvel Legends. Not comparing, but showing them side by side. So, like I said, I feel like Hasbro had already done quite a good job, in my opinion. Apart from Animated Storm, who likes to fall over on me. I'm just going to hold her leg there so I can keep her up there. So this is obviously comic version. This is meant to be based off the anime, so they've added in some extra stuff. You can see the difference in terms of the quality that I'm talking about. So the gold really stands out nicely on this compared to the yellow. Even the cape just seems to be more lengthy and just looks like it all goes really well. And then obviously the white and the communicators and the hair in particular stands out beautiful on this. In fact, it actually reminds me of that Series 8 Storm that Toy Biz gave us that I loved for a very, very long time. And you could just see, it just looks very, very cool. So, but you can tell the difference in quality, I feel, especially paint apps. Oh my goodness, I almost pulled it down there. So I'm just going to move them out of the side so we can have closer looks. Right now, I'm not going to lie, I'm not sure how well this is going to work. This is either going to work really, really well, or it is going to be disastrous. So I'm just going to pop the head off very carefully, if I can. Nope, you're not going to come, are you? I do apologize. One thing that I will say is that I am not a fan of the ball joint in the neck. So the neck is quite a thin piece in itself, and then you've got this tiny little ball point that you've got to try and get this head in. And my worry is like it's going to snap at some point. So I will suggest err with caution. Do not force it. Take your time. Now, I know I'm probably speaking to a lot of people that have been playing with these sort of figures for a very long time. It sounds condescending. It's not my intent. It's just me airing my fears, perhaps, onto my review. So, but this is a nice head sculpt. I feel like it would have been nice to have some normal eyes as well, just for, because I can't remember, does she always have white eyes? I don't feel like she does. I feel like she does have normal eyes, maybe in a civilian look, but usually the white eyes come out when she's about to control the weather or something like that, in my opinion. Okay, so I just will reiterate, changing the heads is not fun. I kid you not. I just had the most scariest couple of minutes of my life changing that head. So maybe an over exaggeration on my part, but yeah, not fun at all. So here is Storm with her sort of angry face going out to, I don't know, fight what hordes of villains the X-Men are facing at this point in time. But I always like a good stand, and they do come with good stands. I'm not always the best for posing on stands, etc., nor am I the best for investing in stands when I probably should. However, Mafex always deliver with a stand. I feel like it always works, etc., and it's great. But yeah, that just looks awesome. Think of the poses you can do with this figure. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. She comes with this little electrical piece here, which I'm not gonna lie, I've just stuck on the finger. It seems to work, but I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do. And I look for pictures on the thing. I usually watch other people's reviews as well, because some people are pretty hot at this. And the other thing that I just wanted to show you was she has multiple different hands. It's not bonkers, it's great, but I can't remember a Mafex that had so many different... do you know what? I figured it out. I'm going to show you guys. I figured it out. So there we have Storm, and I was trying to get a really cool menacing pose of her firing lightning down at you as you watch. Not sure I've done a good job, but it looks very, very cool. This is a beautiful, beautiful figure and worth the investment. I've had my concerns about the head, which is my biggest worry of such an investment. But if you buy this figure, you're just going to be careful how you change those heads and how often you change this. There's a worry that over time it may not go as planned, and for the amount of money you invest in this figure, you got to be thinking about how long it's going to last, etc. But a beautiful figure. I'm glad I have it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you do like my channel, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. And as always, embrace the geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.